Did you guys know Tony Allen recently made some headlines because he was on a podcast where they were going through the top 100 defenders in NBA history according to Bleacher Report. And I forgot what number they ranked him, but they ranked LeBron James at number 22. And Tony essentially said that, LeBron isn't really a great defender. He's known for his chase down blocks, but he wasn't locking up anybody, blah, 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 right?
Tony Allen just stepped onto Shannon Sharpe's platform, and instead of backing down from LeBron James, he doubled down. No hesitation, no sugarcoating, no King James treatment. The former Grizzlies defensive nightmare stood firmly behind his controversial defensive rankings and took his criticism of LeBron even further. But then he dropped another accusation that made the conversation even more heated. Allen called out LeBron over the way he allegedly spoke about the city of Memphis. And that's where this gets interesting. Because when a former perimeter lockdown legend starts challenging the media narrative surrounding one of the most protected names in basketball, the conversation changes fast. Tony Allen knows exactly what elite defense looked like in his era. And now he's questioning whether LeBron has been given too much credit on all defensive lists. But is Tony Allen exposing a real flaw in LeBron's defensive legacy? Or is he simply protecting the reputation of his own generation? Because there's one uncomfortable question nobody can avoid. Has LeBron's superstar status influenced how people remember his defense? And if Tony Allen really believes that's what happened, why is he willing to keep saying it publicly? That's the part that makes this debate impossible to ignore. So what do you think? Is Tony Allen right that LeBron James has been overhyped on defensive lists? Or is this simply an old-school legend defending his era? Drop your take in the comments.
Then the second time he went on the podcast, because I guess because of all of the noise, he went and doubled down again on the podcast, right? And more people kept on talking. How dare you? How this? How that? I'm like, what's the argument here? LeBron been on the NBA 20, going on 24 years. He's been on 6 all defensive teams. Like, what's the shocker here? Like, what's so controversial about what he's saying, right?
Tony Allen just reignited a massive LeBron James defensive debate. The 6-time all-defensive selection appeared on a podcast where the hosts were breaking down a top 100 defenders in NBA history list. Then they reached number 22, and there was LeBron James. Tony Allen immediately pushed back. His argument? LeBron may be famous for those iconic chase-down blocks, but Allen questioned whether LeBron was truly locking down the opposing team's best scorer night after night. That one ranking exploded across basketball media. Fans, analysts, and former players all jumped into the debate. Because how can anyone seriously question LeBron's defense after 20-plus seasons and 6 all-defensive selections? But Tony Allen wasn't buying the hype, and that's where this controversy gets dangerous.
Now, we're going to go and get to the little elephant that's in the room. You've been in the headlines lately, about what you said about LeBron, about he's an overrated defender. We trying to see, man, the chat, smooth. We want to know what's up.
Hey, so let me get this clear, bro. Hold on. So let me show you how this started out, because we in the world of clip, what they call it, clip farming now, right?
Yeah. They got you.
Tony Allen wasn't finished. After the backlash from his first comments, the defensive specialist appeared on a second podcast and doubled down. Fans kept asking how he could say that about LeBron James. But here's the real question. Why was an actual defensive expert's opinion treated like a basketball crime? Then came the bigger moment. I turned on Shannon Sharpe's podcast network, and there was Tony Allen sitting in the studio. Shannon was away, so former All-Star Joe Johnson and former slam dunk champion Josh Smith were hosting. And they went straight for the elephant in the room. Why was Tony Allen making such spicy comments about LeBron James? That's when the conversation got even more interesting.
Yes, sir. So let me give you a day of Tony Allen, man. I do a local show called Chris Vernon's show. I'm a guest on there, and it's our Grand City Media team for the Grizzlies, and I attend that podcast every Tuesday. So when I'm coming in, I guess the list had already came out. I'm not too internet savvy. I came in 04. We ain't had Instagram back then, so I ain't too savvy. Make a long story short, they asked me, do I want to comment on this list? I'm saying, yeah, I comment on the list. They say, well, you might not be happy because where you ranked. So they go through the list, and I'm going through the list. And as you could tell, I was giving people props, like Brian Artest, like, yo, he should be way higher. I'm like, Dennis Rodman, yeah, he should be number one. Or like Gary Payton, he should be. Like, I'm giving everybody props. So this wasn't coming from no hating type of vibe.
Right.
What I was saying was, and it's really just barbershop talk, really.
Right.
I thought that once they got that low into the list, I'm like, damn, where I'm at? Number 50 or something? That's how I'm thinking in my mind.
Yeah.
And so then Braun came up. And I'm like, hold on, bro, that man got 40,000 points.
Tony Allen didn't flinch. He challenged the entire narrative and fired back at LeBron James, accusing him of taking slick shots at the city of Memphis. Allen pointed to clips of LeBron on a golf course allegedly talking down on Memphis itself, and even criticizing the city's hotel accommodations. And suddenly, this wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was personal.
Then look, about 2 weeks ago, he go on the air. He been shooting at Memphis for a long time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Let's bring the whole elephant out.
Call it what it is.
He been shooting at Memphis the whole time.
Right.
As far as players that come in town,
Tony Allen explained exactly how it started. He hosts a local Memphis show every Tuesday covering the Grizzlies. During one episode, the host asked him about a new top 100 defenders in NBA history list. Allen made one thing clear. He entered the NBA in 2004, long before Instagram existed. So, as he put it, he's not sitting online all day chasing internet clout. He was simply giving his basketball opinion, and he wasn't afraid to stand on it.
no, I got to say something now, because the list right here in front of my face is on point now, because I could have said something when I saw his podcast. So I took it in the run. I said, hold on, let's be clear. We both on the same amount of teams. Every team he made, I made.
Yeah.
So you ain't talking to no local joker now.
Right.
So I just felt like, all right, with my job every day, what I got to do, man, to come to this court, man, if I don't come here and make it difficult for the opponent score, they going to be looking at TA like, what's your value?
Right.
So my value in that era of basketball was, at the point was, don't let them get their average, TA. That's going to help our ball club.
Hello.
And so if I got to do that night in, night out, at limited minutes, he on the court for then at 46 minutes.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me if you got to play defense every minute you on the second to a guy that gonna play it occasionally?
Tony Allen went through the list, giving flowers to the defenders he believed deserved them. He praised Brian Cardinal, called Dennis Rodman the rightful number one, and showed love to Gary Payton. Just pure barbershop basketball talk. Then he reached the part that changed everything. Allen expected to see his own name somewhere around number 50. Instead, LeBron James was sitting at number 22. Allen's reaction was basically, hold on, brother. His point? LeBron has 40,000 points and gets endless credit for scoring. But Allen also argued that LeBron had been taking subliminal shots at Memphis for years. During the grit and grind era, Allen said visiting teams didn't come to Memphis to party. You ate, went back to the hotel, and prepared for the grindhouse. Now, in Allen's view, you've got players sitting on golf courses while taking shots at the city's reputation. And that's where this stopped being just a defensive ranking debate.
Well,
I do it better, brother.
Well, TA, we not negating the fact that you do it better. We think you do it better. But the thing is, LeBron has to do. He has so many damn jobs on the court. Okay, he got to score the ball. Smooth, I got to assist the ball. Damn, I got to rebound the ball. Hell, I'm leading the team in steals. Hell, on top of all that, I got to defend the number one guy the entire game. That's not possible. He can't exert all that energy and tend to these other jobs.
But guess what? I'm stepping it. But guess what? I got to do that. And if I don't do that, hey, I'm going to be playing for the Iowa Bulldogs in the G League.
Hey, and that's understood because it's like, shit, damn, TA ain't toting all them damn jobs. But if TA lock in defensively and that's all you doing all night, oh, yeah, you going to be better than him in that. There's no question. You saying he was higher than you on the list?
Higher than me on the list. And I said I couldn't believe it because I'm like, damn, hold on. Man, LeBron just greedy. He won all the awards, man. Damn. He's somebody down, bro.
TA, when he done, TA, He gonna have them all.
Then Tony Allen took the debate even further. He brought up LeBron James fans, claiming LeBron deserved Marc Gasol's 2013 Defensive Player of the Year award. Gasol was Allen's teammate and brother from those legendary Grizzlies teams, and Tony wasn't about to let anyone rewrite that history. His argument was simple. Both Tony Allen and LeBron James made 6 all-defensive teams. So when Tony talks defense, he isn't some random outsider. Allen explained his reality in Memphis. If he didn't shut down the opponent's primary scorer night after night, the front office would question his value. His entire job was simple. Keep the other team's best player below their normal production, even with limited minutes. LeBron had a completely different workload. Allen argued that LeBron could play around 46 minutes, conserve energy defensively, and still carry the offensive load. Then Joe Johnson pushed back. LeBron had to score 30 points, grab 10 rebounds, dish out 8 assists, and lead the team in steals. Joe's point was brutal. How could a superstar doing all that offensively also lock down the opponent's best scorer for 48 minutes? Tony's response? He understood, but his own job had no excuses. If he didn't lock in defensively every night, he could have been sent straight to the G League. So if you ask Tony Allen, who was the better individual defender, his answer is obvious. Himself. Every single time. And then Tony delivered the real shot. He argued that LeBron gets greedy, wanting the scoring titles, assist records, MVP trophies, and then wanting to claim he was the greatest defender too. That's the part that sent this debate into overdrive. So why was Tony Allen taking those shots at LeBron in the first place? It may go back to a moment involving Bronny James. A local Memphis rapper dropped a track with a line aimed at Bronny, and considering how fiercely LeBron protects his family, some believe that helped fuel the tension. Not long after, clips surfaced of LeBron on a golf course taking digs at Memphis, complaining about visiting the city and criticizing its local amenities. And Tony Allen? He represents Memphis basketball at its core. Think grit and grind, and you think Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, and Mike Conley. This is a man who embodied the city's blue-collar identity, not designer loafers, luxury wine, and celebrity golf outings. So when Allen saw LeBron allegedly bad-mouthing Memphis while sitting above legitimate defensive specialists on an all-time list, he wasn't backing down. Now forget the narratives. Look at the numbers. Tony Allen, 6 all-defensive selections, 3 first team, 3 second team. LeBron James, 6 selections, 5 first team, 1 second team. And suddenly, Tony Allen's argument gets a lot harder to dismiss. At first glance, LeBron's 5 first-team all-defensive selections look better than Tony Allen's 3. But context matters. LeBron earned all 6 of his all-defensive selections between 2009 and 2014. Since 2014, across the next 12 seasons, he has earned 0. Yet a major all-time ranking still placed him at number 22 among the greatest defenders ever. Tony Allen's defensive resume tells a different story. He posted a career 100.4 defensive rating, reached 97.0 in 2012-13, and recorded a 3.5% career steal percentage. In 2014-15, he led the NBA with a 4.1% steal percentage and a plus 4.9 defensive box plus-minus. And look at who he guarded: Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Dwayne Wade, Stephen Curry, and Manu Ginobili. Kobe himself repeatedly called Tony Allen the toughest defender he ever faced during his 20-year career. That endorsement alone carries serious weight. Then there's the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year debate. Marc Gasol won the award while anchoring a Memphis defense that allowed an NBA best 89.3 points per game and posted a 98.4 defensive rating, second in the league. Gasol protected the paint while Tony Allen attacked opposing scorers on the perimeter. LeBron finished second in the voting, and some fans still argue he was robbed. But Tony Allen defended his teammate on Shannon Sharpe's show, refusing to rewrite what happened. And that's the bigger issue. LeBron carried an enormous offensive workload, roughly 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists per game during his career. But Tony Allen's job was completely different. He wasn't conserving energy for 30-point offensive explosions. He was fighting through screens, denying touches, and making life miserable for elite scorers every night. When Joe Johnson and Josh Smith offered the counterargument that LeBron had too many responsibilities to defend at full intensity for 48 minutes, Tony didn't back down. His message was simple. That was my job. Tony Allen wasn't claiming to be a better scorer or a better all-around player. He was defending his specialty, defense. And maybe that's what makes this debate so uncomfortable. Because highlight blocks are easy to remember. Locking down an elite scorer for 4 quarters is harder to quantify and even harder to appreciate. Tony Allen stood up for Memphis. He stood up for Marc Gasol. And he stood up for defensive specialists who rarely get the superstar spotlight. So the real question isn't whether LeBron James is one of the greatest players ever. He obviously is. The question is whether superstar status should automatically make someone a better defender than the specialists who built their entire careers around stopping the best player on the other side. Tony Allen gave his answer. Now you give yours. If you want more raw NBA debates, controversial takes, and basketball analysis without the media sugarcoating, subscribe to Hoop Lab, hit that like button, and drop your verdict in the comments. Was Tony Allen right? Or did LeBron deserve that number 22 spot?